Have you ever really thought about how you sleep? Tonight, we are pulling back the covers on a secret language your body speaks every single night. We're going to decode what your go-to sleep position is actually telling you about what's going on inside. I mean, you probably think you sleep a certain way just because, it feels good. You find that one comfy spot, and that's pretty much the end of the story, right? Well, what if I told you it's a whole lot deeper than that? Because the truth is, your favorite sleep position, it's probably a piece of ancient programming, a survival code that was written tens of thousands of years ago, and it still runs on autopilot every single time you close your eyes. See, the common sleep positions we're about to cover, they weren't originally chosen for comfort. Not at all. They were selected by evolution itself to solve critical life-or-death problems for our ancestors. And that programming, it is still deeply ingrained inside of you. The best way to think about it is like this. Your sleep position is a completely unfiltered, totally honest report card from your nervous system. It can't lie. It reveals in real time exactly how safe and stressed it feels. So let's start with the positions that prioritize one thing above absolutely everything else: protection. These are the postures our bodies automatically snap into when our nervous system senses a threat, whether that threat is real or just imagined. And get this. The single most common sleep position on the entire planet, with a staggering 40% of people defaulting to it, is a defensive one. That alone tells you so much about our collective state of mind, doesn't it? Yup, it's the fetal position. And this isn't just about feeling cozy. It's a finely tuned survival tool. It was literally designed to solve two of our ancestors' biggest and most terrifying problems: freezing to death and being attacked in the middle of the night. And the benefits are pretty genius when you break them down. By curling up, our ancestors could instantly cut their heat loss. They were creating a physical barrier of arms and legs to protect all their vulnerable organs. This shape even helps decompress the spine. And get this, it physiologically calms the body, lowering stress hormones like cortisol. But here's the absolute crucial point for us today. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference. The exact same program that switched on in a freezing cave with predators lurking outside now gets triggered by a stressful day at work, money worries, or just that chronic anxiety so many of us feel. The threat has changed, but the body's response, it's identical. But today, there's a cost. When you curl up really tight, you're actually compressing your diaphragm. Your body is making a subconscious trade-off. It's sacrificing about 15% of its optimal breathing capacity just to get that feeling of psychological protection. In the ancient math of survival, feeling safe was simply more important than breathing perfectly. Okay, so let's move on to our next category. These are the positions that have to strike a really delicate balance: the need for deep, restorative rest with the absolute non-negotiable need to be able to escape danger in a split second. And for that, we have the side sleeper. You can think of this as the escape protocol. This position is fantastic because it allows for really deep rest and great breathing. But it has a secret weapon baked right in. Your body is coiled and ready for action. The biomechanics are just brilliant. With your legs already bent and your torso turned sideways, you can literally explode into a standing position with a single push. There's no clumsy sit-up needed. For an early human, that split-second advantage was the difference between life and death. So the benefits are pretty clear, right? You're ready to escape, your airway is open, your spine is aligned. But there's a cost. All your body weight is crushing down on one shoulder and one hip all night long, which is why a lot of side sleepers wake up feeling stiff. Your body made that deal for you, a little morning pain in exchange for escape-ready sleep. Now, of course, a super popular variation of the side sleeper is the cuddler. We can call this the contact protocol. This is where holding on to a partner, or hey, even just a pillow, dramatically ramps up that feeling of safety. And this taps into an even deeper, more primal part of our programming. And this isn't just a feeling. The science is right there. Physical contact during sleep triggers the release of oxytocin. That's the bonding neurochemical. And it has a measurable effect. We're talking about slashing stress hormones by up to 25%. It's a real physiological change. Our bodies are just hardwired to feel safer in a group. All right, that brings us to our final and maybe most telling category. I like to call this one the victory lap. These are positions that are only biologically possible when the nervous system perceives total, absolute, undeniable safety in its environment.
Lying on your back, well, that is the ultimate act of vulnerability. You're exposing your throat, all your soft organs, you can't see threats coming, and you can't move quickly. It is quite literally a biological broadcast to the world that you have zero fear.
For our ancestors, sleeping like this was the ultimate luxury. It was only possible under a very specific set of conditions. You had to be deep inside a protected cave, with a big fire blazing for warmth and light, and, most importantly, other members of the tribe standing guard. Out in the open, this position was basically a death sentence. Honestly, the very fact that we can sleep on our backs today is physical proof of our species' success. We've become so effective at eliminating natural predators that our bodies can afford to be completely vulnerable for 8 hours straight. That right there is evolutionary dominance in action. So after digging through all these ancient programs, what does it all mean for you? How do you actually read the report that your own body is giving you night after night? Let's just boil it down. The fetal position is saying, I need protection. The side sleeper, I need to be ready. The cover, I need connection. And the back sleeper is basically broadcasting, I feel completely safe. Each one is a different solution to a different ancestral problem. Now, of course, you move around all night. Your body is constantly cycling through these programs as your stress levels and your feelings of safety change. But here's the key. Pay really close attention to the position you're in the moment you wake up. That is your nervous system's final, unfiltered report on how it felt throughout the night. So start paying attention to that pattern. Your body's language is ancient, it's honest, and it often knows things that your conscious mind might not want to admit. So the only real question left is, what did your body tell you last night?